live. I'm going to give it a few more minutes before we actually start this. You guys was a little confusing. I said that I was going to start it at 6 p.m., but I meant 6 p.m. Central Time, not 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So a little confusing there, but I do appreciate you joining me. I'm going to give it a few more minutes for everybody to get in here, and then we're going to get to it. I got a good urgent message for y'all tonight. I want to talk to you about why truck drivers are dying and what's going on with that. So, like I said, I'm going to give it about a minute before it starts. I'm a little early, so we'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll get right into it. How y'all doing out there, though, man? Y'all doing all right? I'm up here in Wisconsin. This cold is crap. Freezing cold, I'll tell you that. It's like 19 degrees. I ain't used to that kind of weather. Like I said, I'll give a few more minutes before we start this message here, and we'll get it going on. I think we got about another minute before it starts. If you're just joining me, like I said, we're about to go. We are live right now, but I'm about to start the message. Like I said, I'm giving it a few more minutes for other people to join. I have an urgent message for y'all tonight, but it's cold. It's cold up here in Wisconsin. Make sure if you're in the house tonight, you let me know where you're from. Let me know if you are a truck driver. I see you there in the house. Let me know in the comments that you're watching live. If you're a truck driver, what state you're from, and all that good stuff. Okay, so look, we'll go ahead and get into it. It's actually 6 o'clock now, so I was trying to wait before it started. Again, I apologize for the mix-up by saying 6 p.m. I wanted to say Central Time because it is Central, not Eastern, so a lot of people got confused on that. But look, I want to talk to you tonight about why truck drivers are dying. And it's a very serious thing that's going on. Truck drivers are dying at an alarming rate. Now, a lot of people die, but what I guess you don't understand is truck driving is one of the most deadliest jobs in the United States. It's a very dangerous job. It's very deadly. And there's a reason why that is. The statistic says that you're 233% more likely to experience a non-fatal injury than any other job in the United States. So it's, like I said, it's dangerous. The average male life expectancy in the United States is 78. But did you know for a truck driver, it's 61? Yeah. That's 17 years shaved off your life for being a truck driver. Now, why is this? What is causing all these deaths, and why is truck drivers dying, and why they don't have a long life expectancy? Let's go over a few of it. Number one, we're going to talk about diabetes tonight. We're going to talk about blood clots. We're going to talk about heart complications. We're going to talk about stress, and we're going to talk about accidents. I see you there, Cowboy, joining in. It says, what did you say right here? It says, first day found on your page today. He's a subscriber. He's a rancher from Ohio, former flatbed, 40-foot goose stock trailer now. Congratulations on that, Cowboy SJ. I'm glad you're getting out of it. I'm glad you're doing good, and I'm glad you're happy. But anyway, so let's go over some of these things. But first, I wanted to tell you that, there's a lot of stuff out on YouTube about fear mongering. My channel is not about fear. It's not about stressing people out. I'm here as an educational channel to actually help you and to help you grow and to help you overcome these things. You got to remember what the Lord said. 2 Timothy 1:7. It says, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. So that being said, we don't have to be afraid. Drivers, we don't have to be afraid, but we can change things. So the channel that I've got going, like I said, I'm not even monetized. My channel's not even monetized yet, but my channel is to help you grow. It's to help you learn and to educate you the dangers of truck driving. If you get any value from this channel, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, but let's get back into it. Let's talk about diabetes. Okay, you're 50% at more risk for getting diabetes for being a truck driver. Okay, I'm a diabetic myself, so I'm speaking to you from the heart. I want to give you a little story. Okay, I started truck driving 15 years ago, and when I started driving, I actually gained 100 pounds driving a truck. When I went in March to see my doctor of 2022, I weighed 326 pounds, and I'm a diabetic. I got high blood pressure, and I knew things had to change. So what did I do? I was going to lose my CDL license if things didn't change. My A1C was a 10.6. which is not very good at all. 90 days later, it was a 6.5. Yeah, I got it dropped 4 points, which is almost amazing to do, especially as a truck driver. And I didn't do it with a lot of exercise. And I'm going to explain to you tonight how exactly I did that over the road. And like I said, if you get value from it, hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you're a diabetic, if you're dealing with high blood pressure. Let me know if you're watching, if you're a truck driver, not a truck driver. I do appreciate the comments below. I'm actually not driving, so I can actually answer your questions live tonight. I can try to help you out with that. So anyway, how did I do that? All right, now it's been 6 months. What's good? I see Texas Trucker 87. What's good? Glad you're joining in. Tonight we're talking about me being a diabetic and how I got my A1C down. Okay, since then, like I said, it was in March. I went back for my test in July, and I got my A1C down to a 6.5, a 10.6 to a 6.5. I am now right at 275 pounds. And it is November. I've lost 51 pounds, and I've dropped my A1C all the way down to a 6.5. The reason I did that is because I got tired of living like this. I had to change it. I see questions talk about. We'll talk about that. That's a danger thing. We'll talk about that later. Right now, we're talking about something serious on these. And we'll talk about that. I may talk about that for things over with. I see your comment there. But let me talk to you about this, how I lost weight. And it doesn't mean that you're going to die as a truck driver. Statistics say that, yeah, we're going to, I see you there, but Jennifer, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining in. Andrew Varco, appreciate you coming in there. Appreciate the comment. So like I said, let me tell you how I lost 50 pounds and how I've become a non-diabetic driving a truck. They say that you can't do it. They say you're going to get out here and you're going to gain weight. They say you're going to 50% of truck drivers are going to become diabetics, and there's just no hope for us. That is not true. Listen, I still eat out. I'm a trainer, so I'm not meal prepping like I should. I can meal prep and lose a lot more. I'm not hitting the gym 4 or 5 hours a day, but I still lost 50 pounds. I'm going back to the doctor next month, and my A1C should be lower than 6.5. Okay, how I did this is, number one, drivers, you got to cut out all the sodas. Take it all away. I went strictly water. I started drinking ice water. I still drink my Red Bull, no sugar. I ain't gonna lie, it's no sugar, but I drink it. It's not. Red Bull's bad for you, but it's not bad on my sugar, so I still have to have a little caffeine. And I drink coffee. You got to drink it black, drivers. You got to cut out the sodas. That one right there will help you automatically lose weight. It will also bring down your sugar. It'll change you from diabetic down to almost a non-diabetic. You got to cut out all your breads. You got to cut out your carbs. The main thing is cutting those carbs, drivers. If you cut carbs to start with, it was hard on me. I was like, oh my God. But you know what? The more carbs I eat, the less energy that I have. I get more sleepy or get more tired. Now I can drive all day long. I feel so much better. Now, how do I do that? You're like, well, how can you do that on the road? You're not a dietitian. You're cooking your meals. No, listen, I stopped at Hardee's this morning for breakfast. What did I do? I got me a burrito, breakfast burrito. Threw away the burrito. I ate the eggs and the bacon. You see, eggs help lower your sugar. Bacon has a lot of is low carbs. That'll help you out. So if you do have to eat out here. So it's not like you can't eat. I mean, you've got to eat, but it's what you eat. I'll stop at a Flying J. I'll go in there, and I don't eat hamburgers. I don't eat all that crap. I don't eat chips. I don't eat donuts. I cut all that out. I'll eat a steak. I'll eat salads. If I have to go to Wendy's, I'll get me a double bacon burger, and I'll throw away the bun. Don't eat the French fries. Stay away from the sugars and the carbs, and you can make it out here. I'm not saying you've got to go totally out there without nothing. I appreciate you there. Hey, nice to meet you there, Phoeben Kanar. I see you just joined in. I got Trucker 87's in the house. We've got Andrew Varco in the house. Jennifer Vargas in the house. Cowboy SJ. Appreciate all y'all joining in. Like I said, tonight I'm trying to help y'all out and save y'all from having to die. We don't have to live this life where we're just going to gain weight and become unhealthy. But diabetes is a serious thing. And I've got mine under control, and I'm hopefully, when I go back, I've got even better than that. And I've still got a long ways to go. My goal is to lose 100 pounds. I've lost 51 pounds in 7 months. I'm going for 100, and I can do it. Okay, as far as exercise goes, look, I'm not hitting the gym 4 or 5 hours a day, but I do have some dumbbells in the truck, and I have some resistance bands. Whenever I get somewhere and I'm getting unloaded or loaded, I'll get out and I'll walk around the truck. I don't just sit there inside the truck. If it's cold and snowy outside, I'll get my dumbbells out and I'll do a little arm lifting. I'll do some shoulders, do a little bit of back. But I'm not spending 6 or 7 hours a day at the gym I'm not running marathons, but I do get out and move around. So that's the main thing is you got to get out and you got to move. Drivers, if you sit there, you eat slop all the time, that's what's going to happen. Bad stuff's going to happen. So you've got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to watch what you eat. And if you want to do it, you definitely can. Another thing that's happening out there is heart conditions. That's the heart disease is the leading cause of death across the nation, especially with truck drivers. Why do we get heart disease? We get it from poor sleep. We get it from smoking. Appreciate it, y'all. Have a good one. Hey, it's Trucking Life with Sean's the YouTube channel. Check it out. Yeah, all right, no problem. I'm actually at the truck stop right now. I'm at the Hardee's. Hardee's, believe it or not. I'm not eating their crap right now, but I'm at Hardee's in Menominee, Wisconsin. So sitting here watching it. It's cold. It's 19 degrees in here, so everybody gets to hear this video. But anyways, all right, the heart conditions, it's, poor sleep, smoking, and lack of exercise and stress. And we're going to get into all that stuff tonight. I'm going to talk to you about stress too. All right, as far as smoking goes, I started smoking when I was 15 years old. Last year, I got up to smoking 2 packs a day, and I said, you know what? I've got to live for my son. My son is 8 years old. And looking at the statistics, well, truck drivers are not going to live long. I got to stop smoking. Last Thanksgiving was a year. I've been a year without smoking. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn where I am. I'm tooting it. The reason why is because I wanted to. So if you want to quit smoking, you can quit smoking. You just got to want to do it. So how I quit smoking, as I said, enough's enough. I did get on the patch. I was on the patch for about a year. I'm not a year. I was on the patch for like 2 weeks. I had some dental work done, and I didn't want to get the, dry socket. And so I put a patch on. The next week, they put a trainer. What's going on? I see you there, Derek Alderman. Thank you for joining in. I see you there, bud. So how I quit is I got the patch. I wanted to quit. Then the next week, they put a trainee with me that was a chain smoker. And if you're watching out there, Vanetti, it was you, Tim Vanetti. You sit there and you smoke like a train. And I didn't go for it. I didn't want to smoke, so I just refused to do it. If you don't want to do something, it's up to you, but you're never going to quit until you want to quit. I quit smoking, went cold turkey. I don't believe in smoking one here and there. You got to quit. I got a question that says, how's the weather? It's 19 degrees here in Menominee, Wisconsin. It's not that Georgia weather. It's cold. So if you want to quit smoking, you can. So again, I'm not here. The Bible says that the Lord has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. If you want to overcome these things, you don't have to be a diabetic. You don't have to have blood pressure, no matter what the doctor tells you. If you don't want to have that stuff, all you can do is change your lifestyle. And yes, you can do it as a truck driver. I'm doing it. I've lost 50 pounds. A1C is down 5 points. I've not smoked, and I'm still getting my miles. You can do it, but you've got to want to do it, and you got to put your faith in the good Lord and just do it. Where are you at, Derek? It says you're at 30. Yeah, smoking's hard. Cowboy says smoking's hard for me. I quit for a year, but basically 25 years. Also glad you're golfing. Yeah, I'm trying to. I try to do the best I can, but smoking wasn't a God thing for me. I mean, yeah, God helped me do it, but I didn't quit because I was, afraid I was going to go to hell because of it. I quit because I knew I couldn't continue to do it. So that's why I had to quit. Another thing that happens is blood clots. Truck drivers, we're very easy to catch blood clots out here. And why is that? It's because we're not moving around. We're not getting up and we're moving. We're sitting still most of the time, and we'll develop blood clots. These blood clots can go straight to our heart and kill us. But the good news is you don't have to do that, okay? By me not getting the exercise, I know my legs started hurting all the time, and it was like, golly. So even last year, I got me some compression socks, not old granny socks. I'm getting old, right? So I wore them socks up to my knees, and that actually helped me out a lot wearing those socks. But the main thing, my legs ain't hurting no more because I'm getting up and moving. While I'm sitting still and while I'm in the truck, I'll bounce my legs up and down. I'm moving around. You just got to move, get the blood pumping and flowing. Every time you stop to get fuel, get out and run around that truck, drivers. Run around and check. Not only you're doing a pre-trip on your truck, you're checking your tires, you're checking your lights, but you're getting it. Do a few push-ups. You're not trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ain't trying to be Sylvester Stallone. We're not trying to be bodybuilders, but we're trying to be in shape. So if you want to live long and you don't want to be these statistics, then drivers, get out and move. Plus, you'll feel so much better. Another thing is that's killing these drivers out here is stress. Now, that's something serious that I want to talk about. Okay, what I want to talk about is stress. Truck drivers, they have high rates of substance abuse because of stress. Besides the dangers of death, you know what? And besides the dangers of death, you have a 90% turnover rate because people are getting addicted to different drugs and stuff, dealing with the stress. So I want to give you three. Well, I did a survey and I looked up, and the three most common stress factors that truck drivers have. Good evening there, Miriam. I see you just joined in. Appreciate you joining me. If you're joining me live right now, I'm in Menominee, Wisconsin. My hometown is Georgia. It's 19 degrees here. And we're going over the stressfuls of driving a truck and talking about things that why truck drivers are dying at an alarming rate and what we can do to prevent that. That's what this video subject is about. So I did a survey. The three most things that causes stress for truckers, number one is the lack of respect that we get from others. Okay, people don't really respect us truck drivers as we're driving. We get cut off all the time. We're going down the road. People just, they don't seem to appreciate us, and that's just part of the job. So, we're dealing with that. Not to mention that we have to deal with trust issues. I have a lot of trainees that thank God I have a great wife at home. We have no trust issues when it comes to that, so it's awesome. But people have trust issues dealing with their spouse at home, wondering what they're doing. They're wondering what they're doing, and that causes a lot of tension and causes a lot of stress, and you have to worry about things like that. And that's not good. Stress can cause you bad on the heart. It can cause a lot of problems. And you know what? It makes you not happy. But the good news is I've got ways around this, and I'm going to teach you that. All right, it says it's 55 degrees there in Texas. Man, look at Houston, Texas, 55 degrees. Got 30 degrees down. Where you at? Where you at, Derek Alderman? He said you're 30 degrees where you're at. Where are you, down south? Yeah, it's like 18, 19 here in Wisconsin. All right, the number two thing as far as stress is loneliness and isolation. Okay, and when you get lonely and you're isolated out here and you're not around hardly nobody, you stop caring about the way you eat. You stop caring about your health, and then you start gaining weight. You start developing high blood pressure. Your sugar starts going up because you're lonely and you just don't care. But the good news is you don't have to be that way. And I'm gonna go over that with you in a minute. The third thing on the survey is the pressure of the regulation. Okay, regulations. We got to take a break every 8 hours. We got to pull over and run out of hours. We're dealing with stress of where to park at. We're dealing with stress of hurrying up and get to the shipper. Hurry up and wait. Can't be late. Got to go. We're dealing with stress of missing our kids' birthdays, missing our loved ones that are far away. These are stresses that we're dealing with every day, and stress is not good. So let me give you some signs of stress. Okay, you know you're dealing with stress all the time as a truck driver, but you kind of block it out. But let me give you some signs of stress that I looked up. Number one, if you're getting low energy and you're getting headaches a lot, then you probably got a lot of stress. If you're dealing with insomnia, that can be signs that you're stressed. If you're disorganized, there's just stuff cluttered everywhere, then you're dealing with stress. See there, Cowboy SJ. See, there's this parking. Yeah, parking's getting really bad. It's terrible out here. We're always fighting for trying to find a parking. And used to you could find something. Now, around 4 or 5 o'clock, you're having to shut down at the end of the day just to get a parking spot and getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and driving. It's hard dealing with these stresses, wondering where we're going to park at, wondering about traffic. So, then being disorganized, these are signs that you're stressed. If you're getting frequent colds all the time, chest pain, you got racing thoughts, that's signs that, that you're stressed. Just feeling overwhelmed, that means that you're stressed out. But you know what? Like I said, that I have an answer for that. There's ways that you do not have to deal with it. The Bible says on there that to throw our burdens upon him, that he would take care of us. Didn't he say that he takes care of the birds? They don't have a farmhouse. He takes care of the grass gets thrown in. How much is your Heavenly Father going to take care of you? If your son asks you for something, your daughter, you try to do the best. If we asked our Heavenly Father for something, fish is going to give us a stone. No, he's going to take care of us. Let me tell you this, that first off, you need to give your heart to the Lord and make sure you concentrate on him. That is the number one way to get rid of stress, is give him the burdens. But let's talk about it. Eating healthy. If you eat healthy, that's going to help you with your stress. Number two is getting out and stretching. It goes back to exercising, like I was talking earlier. If you get out of that truck You do some stretches, you start getting some dumbbells, you'll be surprised at how much stress you can release. When I get upset and I get angry and I've had a bad day and I'm sitting at the dock, I'll get my dumbbells out, I'll get to working on them. I give me some Evanescence playing in the background, or just some AC/DC, Metallica, whatever, and I start working out and I feel so much better. If you're sitting in that seat and you're driving 11 hours a day, which we do, you're home, you're gone 70 hours a week, let me tell you, it can be, your body gets so tense. But if you just spend 15, 30 minutes a day working out, I promise you, you're going to feel a whole lot better. And eating healthy, get rid of those carbs. All this goes back together. Like if you're taking all those carbs in, your diabetes is going to be high. You're going to get high cholesterol. You're going to get bad blood pressure. All this leads to why truck drivers are unhealthy. So it all goes back to eating healthy, working out, meditation. Try to meditate throughout the day. There's a lot of breathing exercises you can do where you can breathe in your nose, out your nose. There's a lot of the videos I've got on that, or if you can search on YouTube, there's a lot of channels talking about how you just meditate and give your thoughts to the Lord and think of positive things. The Bible says for us to think on happy things, to think on good things. That is what is pure. That is love. Don't be thinking about these anger issues, this and that. Don't be worrying about, look, the load's going to get there when it gets there. Do the best you can with integrity. Do the best job. At the end of the day, worrying helps nothing, okay? Worrying, what is worrying going to do? You can worry all day long, but the end thing, it's still going to be the same thing. So do not worry. If you're getting some value of this, hit that like button. Make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know if you're watching right now, if you're watching this live, if you watch later. Make sure you let me know. Let me know where you're from. I see here we got Pop Tart Gone Trucking. He said, you know what, dumbbell, what did he say? He said, you know you don't want no dumbbells. He said, go California and get a taco. I hear you. What's up, Texas 87? I see you back. But anyway, like I said, so meditation is a good thing you do. Another thing is be present. When I say be present, what I mean is when you go home and you're talking to your wife and loved one, don't be thinking about your problems and thinking about all the stuff that you got to go through in your past. Listen to your wife, listen to your children, have those conversations, be in that present moment. Don't be worrying about things that you cannot change. There's a lot of things that you can do out there that you just can't worry about, you know? So if you're worried about things that you cannot control, what good is that? Nothing. You can't control it, so don't worry about it. Another thing that's going to help you out with your stress is sleep. All right? Again, sleep's going to help you out with you, help you out with your health, help you everything. Make sure you're getting sleep. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. That's going to change everything. Another thing that I do to lower my stress is music. Yeah, sorry about that. I see Pop Top there. I said he. I meant she. I didn't know it was a she. It is what it is. Sorry about that. I know you're a she now. My bad there, Pop Top Gone Trucking. Music is like my medicine. Well, I love listening to music. So when I'm going down the road and I'm having a bad day, or I've been dealing with traffic, and I get to the shipper, man, they've put me off. And I got to a shipper the other day, and man, I go inside and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, look at me all crazy. And I'm like, okay, which dock you need me to go to? And they said, dock 16. Okay. So I'm going to go over to dock 16. I said, how do I know when I get empty? We'll tell you. Okay, well, how do I know when I'm empty? Do you got the green light? You just do what you're told. Okay, do what I'm told. All right, how do I know when I'm empty? Do what you're told. Okay, we'll call you. That's all you had to say. You're going to call me, you know. But you know what? I knew 5 minutes later I would forget all about that guy. Life's too short. The guy drives down the road. He cuts you off. He flips you off. Instead of getting all upset, I see you, Robert Bailey, in the house. Appreciate you coming in. God is good. That's right. I appreciate you, Texas 87, Cowboy SJ. Yeah, and he says, sleep when you're tired, not when a computer dispatch says. Yes, that is such a great point there, Cowboy SJ. Listen, you got to learn when to say no and when it's time to go. Only you know when you're tired. If this is, okay, well, it's been 14 hours, now it's time to take a 10-hour break. Look, you might get sleepy. I've gotten sleepy just driving 2 hours, and then all of a sudden I've gotten sleepy. When you get sleepy, pull over and get rest, and we'll go over that in a minute. That's good. But back to listen to music. Music will definitely change your mood. It will help you. Find your favorite podcast. Listen to your podcast. That helps me. And the main thing is spend time with friends and family. You definitely want to do that. When you're home, spend as much time as you can with your kids. That will help you release stress. And now let's talk about another thing that's killing these truck drivers, and that is drugs. It's really easy out here to get addicted to drugs. I've heard it. I've seen it. I've heard bad things about it, and it's just not good to do. So let me tell you, if you've got an issue with drugs, you need to stop right now. And I know it's easier said than done. I've known a lot of people who's dealt with addiction issues, and it's not a fun thing. But I'm gonna give you a story. I know a truck driver who was he went and he smoked some weed, and it was just a little bit of weed. He was in Panama City. He smoked a little bit of weed, and he come back. He was driving. He was out in Iowa, and he was driving down the road, and he fell asleep, and he ran into somebody. Now, he wasn't high at the time, but when he ran into him, he killed him. Okay, he went to prison. They drug tested him, and he had drugs in the system, and he went to prison. And that's sad. It's sad, and he wasn't even high at that moment, but he took a life because of that. So what I'm getting at is this: you may say, well, you know what, I'm not driving high, but it's in your system. Not only are you going to go to prison for a long time, but you took somebody's life, and that's something you're going to have to live with, and that's the guilt of that I couldn't deal with. So what I'm getting is, if you have a problem right now, whether it's drinking alcohol, whether it's doing meth, whether it's pot, whether it's Percocets, whether it's pills, whatever it may be, I suggest that you stop now while you have time. You may say, well, driver, I don't have time to do that. There's no way I can take off work and get help. If you don't make time now, you'll have to make time later, and that's not going to be good, and it might be sitting in a jail cell. So make sure that whatever help you got, stop, get the help you need before you take somebody's life. It's definitely not worth it. Okay, another thing that's taking lives, and this is just normal, is the accidents out here. We're driving an 80,000-pound vehicle, and it's real easy to get into an accident by different things. I was looking up statistics of truck wrecks and fatalities of last year, and these are some of them. I'm gonna go over them real quick with you. Appreciate you, Andrew Harris in the house. He just said sometimes what you can eat affects your energy. Yes, fast food can make you sleepier a lot quicker. So yeah, we got to stay away from that. I definitely totally agree with you on that. All right, so some of the things that I noticed is losing control on a curve. Okay. That was the cause of death accidents, losing control on a curve. So they went around a curve way too fast. That's something that you could have not avoided by just not going that fast. And sometimes we just got to slow it down a little bit. All right. Another one is people died last year plunging over a bridge. And I don't want to plunge over no damn bridge. I hope you don't either. That's crazy. Another cause of death was crossing median on a head-on collision. Okay, that could be another driver. You could be driving, be the perfect driver. You're driving down the road, and there you go. Somebody comes over the median and runs right into you. So that's crazy. Yeah, I see the comment right there. Pop-Tart going truck and have a problem with all the bags and balls. Yeah, that is sick. It's disgusting. That's a whole other subject I'll talk about, but I can't stand that either. I got a whole video on that. I don't understand why truck drivers do that. It's disgusting. But anyways, another cause of death is hitting trees. Truck drivers running off the road and running in the trees, rear end collisions, attempted railroad crossings, and then breakdowns outside your truck. So all those right there are accidents that could be avoided. Avoided by what? Slowing down, not driving so fast. When you're tired, pull over, take a nap. Don't listen to just because that dispatcher saying you got to go. If you're sleepy, pull over. If you're tired, pull over. Avoid those heavy meals. Stay off your phone. If you're texting, you're an idiot. Don't be texting on the phone. I've seen so many videos and so many people have sent me where a guy's looking at his phone, rear end somebody right in the rear end. They evaporate just like that, gone. I've seen a video the other day where a guy was trying to change his shirt in the truck, change his sweater, ran off and right into a tree. Drivers, please be careful. This is a very dangerous job. It doesn't have to be. We've got to be careful. We've got to, especially with this weather out here, my number one advice to you as far as driving goes is stay off the phone. Don't be distracted. Slow down. Take your time. Follow your trailer. If you're not driving your trailer, you're subject to failure. Watch it at all times. Don't when you're at the end of the day, don't get in a hurry that you're just going to go so fast that you're going to rear end somebody. You're going to not paying attention, that trailer swap somebody. You're going too fast around a curve, you flip, fall asleep. There's a lot of reasons that you can die. But besides from accidents, the reason I did this video to talk to you about your diabetes, talk to you about your blood pressure. Look, I've lowered my A1C 5 points. I've lost 50 pounds in 7 months, and I've done that with little exercise and still eating out, but just changing what I eat out here. Look, when you go to Subway, get you the protein bowl. You go to Wendy's, get you a burger without the bun. You know, I'm at Hardee's tonight. There's nothing else to eat here. I'm probably going to get me a chicken sandwich, and I'm going to throw away the bread. Get me a couple grilled chicken patties, and that's going to be it. I've got some vegetables in the truck. And when you meal prep. And don't stay stressed. Find ways to cope with stress. I hope this video helped you out. I really did. I appreciate you joining me. Appreciate you joining me live. I wanted to get that out to you that, you know, truck drivers are dying at an alarming rate, but we don't have to. There is light at the other side. And like I said, it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. If you don't know your Lord Jesus, you know, ask him into your heart. Make sure he's living with you. Take the time to do that. And if there's anything that I can ever help you with, leave a comment. I appreciate you joining my channel. You can do comments any day. It takes me about 24 hours to get back to you, sometimes sooner whenever I park. But I appreciate you joining this live video. I appreciate you watching. Hey, this is Trucking Live with Sean. Let's get it. Y'all have a good night.